This is what I'm calling the Keda House machine. Makes sense that it came from Keda House because we basically stopped using that one because we were switching everything over to these front load washers. Nobody's really doing stuff with solvents and stuff anymore. So at one time years ago we thought we'd sell it for $100. We verified that the agitation stuff works. We were also thinking that it would be used in other houses, but we haven't used it. I've got the front cover off because we weren't able to see much. And there was a little tapping sound. I was looking to see, maybe this spring is a little bit, but it seems like it's pretty tight. Everything that I found on YouTube is a newer model. This was actually made by, if you look over here, Raytheon Corporation made it for Speed Queen. It's a WA4971L, made in Ripon, Wisconsin. I do not see a year on it. There's the Raytheon Corp. So it is a Speed Queen. They had not yet attached the motor assembly to the tub assembly, and the pump is over the side, so that kind of makes it easier to do some repairs. You can definitely see this has been around for a while. Another problem with being from Keda House is it gets really humid down in that basement with the kitchen and the laundry and no windows, so unfortunately there is some rust. The coin box, I think this one, I can't be sure where things came from, but anyway, we'll have one that works with this thing. We only have one box that does work. But anyway, there's that. And up here, I like to have the service door open. I've got a few of these. Guess there's no point in getting one that's much less rusty because this coin vault's pretty rusty. Alright, I'm going to, well, it doesn't matter. So we just go, coin vault goes in. You can see it flips a little, maybe you can see it. Not very easy to see, but anyway, there's one of these that goes towards the top that just kind of rides inside to keep everything stable, and the other one goes pretty much straight down to flip a little timer switch. So now it's gone past the switch. I think you can see it in there. Now it's going to come back and it's going to pull the timer switch forward, and that's what puts it into use. Now I'm going to use this nail, because when you pull it, when you lift the lid, it goes to unbalanced load. It just means it's not doing everything it wants to. So I just stick this bent nail in there, and now you've got the hot water filling in to the stainless steel tub. I don't know, did somebody put, I don't remember this being on there before. Maybe somebody decided to, maybe somebody did a load of laundry in this. I guess that's fine. Hopefully they don't get too falling in love with the old school, because we do save on energy and water with the new machines. We don't really want to have so much inventory around here. So anyway, I've already gone through this stuff. but this will let us see what's going on. You can definitely see how there is a gap in there. The water could potentially splash. You can also see the mechanism up at the top that gets the little cherry switch. I didn't check the brand on this, but most of them say cherry. So now the motor looks rusty, but the coils look fine. The belts look pretty decent. It's got some oil and such. Showing up. See, it's steaming because we have it set at 130 at this house. Somebody keeps on moving it up from 120. So there's hot. I can turn it to warm. And then there's more water, less steaming. And I can turn it. Yeah. Not nearly as hot. So it's set on normal right now. I'm not sure about the differences other than delicate. There's a lot less agitation. So I think this is the fastest way to fill it. If I put it to cold, and maybe it's more than half as fast, but if I put it back to warm, the time I ran this before, I kind of probably had an unbalanced drill load because I had a terry towel, but I tried to balance it out, so I really didn't expect it to make any knocking sound. We can also expect it might be a bit noisier running this time with the cover off. Sorry, I missed the transition. So it doesn't tell you when it's doing agitation. It only says if it's doing rinse or spin. Or unbalanced load. I don't have a good way to set this up here. I'm going to pause for a second. Alright, continuing a little bit. Still doing the agitation. Just getting a tool. You can definitely see how this switch has some rust in there. The little timer's going around. Look in there. You can see the bottom arm, if I can get the light to shine on it, that will trigger that switch. In the back you can see that the drain is about 2/3 up the back. The hot and the cold are right on top of each other. They simply have an H and a C, so the cold is above the hot. The pressure switch is inside the back console. So I don't have that open at the moment. I'm just going to tighten this hose thing because I'm not sure it's on tight. I think we took off the hose to put on a washer that had been in the Keda House shop for a while. I don't think we'd ever used them. I think we just had them for parts. But I had to drill them out, so that means I don't have the top locks, or and I also failed. I don't know how to hack into one of these vaults. Somebody suggested I drill it out, so I drilled it out. I still can't open the vault, so not touching the second one, because if somebody had the key, it'd be nice to have a nice vault with a lock. We still use GE gas dryers that use the same slides and vaults, so we don't really want to sell every vault and slide that works, although we do have 8 slides that work in addition to what's in these machines. Which means if one wants the vertical coins, so you can put in, say, $1.75, we have those as well. We also have one that has 2 quarters. Part of me wants to keep one with the 2 quarters so we can put it on like a dishwashing machine or something, just so that people don't waste our resources. I mean, we all share the electrical bill, but if somebody's just watching a pair of socks or a shirt, then they might as well pay the water bill, which somewhere we figured that the new machine, the electricity plus the water is less than 75 cents, and so we call that good. I just have this here as an example of, oh, it stopped.